sit back in this chair. This is really comfortable. Eugenia Cooney is in her Trump supporter era, which feels a little bit random, if I'm being perfectly honest, but here we are anyway. What's crack? It's VangelinaSkov, and welcome to another episode of Actually, This Is My First Rodeo. When I was doing my routine internet scroll of all the different social medias, opening one after the other until I've had enough of a dopamine fix to go about the rest of my day, I saw something a little bit strange pop up. And that was a TikTok by Eugenia Cooney where she is dancing to YMCA and asking Trump to please save TikTok. I'm going to show you this TikTok. However, I cannot show you the audio because it's YMCA, it's copyrighted, so you're gonna have to deal with me singing it instead, okay? Yeah, I have the voice of an angel. We know you're welcome. YMCA is the YMCA. There's everything in the business and a hand in the Do you like that one? So I saw this and I was a little bit confused because it feels random for Eugenia, and I want to be clear, I'm not trying to get into politics here. It just really does feel odd because Eugenia is some variety of alternative, and traditionally people in alternative subcultures and stuff like that were more on the liberal side, and obviously Trump is not liberal. So it feels like a bit of a disconnect. Like, alternative stuff has always been counterculture. However, it seems like there's this kind of movement now where alternative people are, they're still doing the whole counterculture thing, but now the counterculture is to be conservative instead of being liberal, because more and more people are liberal now. More and more people are, in the States anyway, Democrats and all of that. So now to be part of the counterculture, you have to do the opposite. And it's also weird to me because for the longest time, just a few years ago, it was career suicide to say that you were a Trump supporter. So to just openly joke about it, it feels odd. It feels odd whenever any online creator does it, because it's like, but this is not the PR move to be making. So my assumption was that this was a meme. I thought this was some kind of joke, so I went searching on TikTok to see if I could find anybody else doing this, like it's some kind of trend of people dancing like, Trump, save TikTok. Nobody was. All I could find was compilations of Trump himself dancing to YMCA, which was quite entertaining, I will say that much. But no, this was not a trend. And I have to give you some context here. So for about 500 million, thousand, billion, trillion years now, the US has been saying that they're going to ban TikTok, and it's never happened. I don't follow it too closely because I just can't keep up with how it's always like, it's going to be banned next week, and then it's just never banned. But apparently under the Biden administration, they were planning to try and ban TikTok. And Trump has said that he wants to not ban TikTok, and has said that he has a warm place in his heart for it, or something along those words.
So I have a little bit of a warm spot in my heart, I'll be honest.
How do you plan to stop the ban on TikTok next month?
We'll take a look at TikTok. I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points. There are those that say that TikTok had something to do with that. Now, Joe Rogan did, some of the other people that were recommended by my son Barron, he knew names. I said, who is that? Tell me, who's that? Dad, you gotta be kidding. I can't believe you don't know. And I did those interviews, and it was actually sort of cute. Do you want to know the truth? But we did them, and that had an impact. But TikTok had an impact, so we're taking a look at it.
So this is obviously why it's Trump, please keep TikTok. And obviously TikTok would be one of Eugenia's main sources of income at the moment. It's her main platform at the moment. She uses it a lot. So I guess in her best interest. However, the format of this, dancing in front of a bin in a work vest to YMCA, talking about Trump save TikTok please, feels like a meme. So I was still, even though I couldn't find anything of people doing this, like, this has to be a trend. But then I scrolled through the comments a little bit, and it seems that this is not a trend because there were multiple comments of people saying, yay Trump, oh I love you so much more Eugenia, and she was hearting them all. So obviously that kind of points to it being that she was being serious despite how memey it looked. However, I did more digging after this, and I found a clip on Reddit of Eugenia along with Jeffree Star talking about this. So we're gonna go through that, and it shows us what's going on here.
You fixed it, Xtina. You are the best. Thank you so much. But Jeffree, I know that's how I feel. Oh my gosh, Jeffree, thank you. I'm so glad you don't hate me. Like, people have been going crazy at me today. Trump win. Oh my gosh, Jeffree, thank you. Earlier I felt like so attacked. Yeah, you guys, I'll admit it now. Like,
this is just referencing the fact that, I assume anyway, this is referencing the fact that people were being really horrific in her comments, because obviously people don't like Trump, and they were being, like, she gets a lot of hate comments anyway, but this was a whole nother level, and a lot of the positive comments that she receives on top of those are kind of gone now as well, because the people who were supporting her, a lot of them don't anymore.
make America great again, everyone.
I have a question. When was it great? When was it great? I truly have to ask. Except I don't actually truly have to ask. That's a joke. That's a joke. US police people at the airport, please let me in. I'm planning to go to Texas. Make America great again. It was definitely great at some point. Just the date, it's not in my head, so if somebody could just enlighten me of when that was. That's all I was asking.
We need it, you guys. America hasn't been very great the last couple of years. Let's just
I won't dispute that.
We should all be able to say the president's name, okay? Thank you, Jeffree. Exactly. That's all I think too. Is like,
I'm glad you care about our economy and the future of our country. I've never once heard Eugenia talk about the economy, but okay.
hey, our economy was much better under Trump. The future of our country, also, Jeffree, you probably already know this. Oh my gosh. People are like, shut up, H word. Guys, Trump is literally in Mar-a-Lago today. He's literally meeting with Xu.
Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the...
So if I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It could be technical. Let me get back to you.
Okay, I'd appreciate it if you could answer that.
He is meeting with the president of TikTok. Okay. Biden literally signed on to ban this app. Do you guys want that? I don't think so.
Why is she... I've never heard her speak like this. Like, keep in mind, I don't look at all of her content, but I've never heard her speak like this before. This is very strange way of speaking, and it confuses me because I'm like, so you're being serious, but you're using a voice like you're joking, and you're using like a really condescending tone, and it's really odd. It's just so odd to me. Anyway, we just continue with it.
So, sorry if you guys think I'm embarrassing, but it's true. So, it's like, we should be able to say that. You know, we should. And I do. I care about our economy of the country and the future.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Thank you very much, South Carolina.
So, you know, I'm sorry that makes some people so mad, but You know, yeah, we're just speaking facts. Thank you, Jeffree. Earlier, I was like,
There he is.
some of the things like people were saying, I'm like,
Aww, they can't accept that they lost. Losers.
yeah, Jeffree, thank you so much.
Jeffree is so cringe. Like, he still acts like he acted when he was, I don't know, in like 2004? Like,
For saying that. It's like, can't they just be good sports, you know?
We're all literal idiots with 0 followers. It's the funniest thing I've ever witnessed. I just had to come up here and laugh with you. Y'all are so funny. Drop a fucking galaxy and shut up.
Some of them, like, they even, like, start, and not that there's anything wrong with this, because, you know, of course, like, all body types are beautiful, but they come in and they're like, oh, you're so tubby now, Eugenia. I think just because I posted, like, the video or, like, Trump came up. And
yeah, that's pretty ick
need
of
mental
people to
health.
do.
You really do. Okay, I know you say that me and her do, but no. Look at y'all are people with 0 followers.
You have 0 followers, therefore you need mental help. I have at least 5 followers, so I think that exempts me from having mental health issues, I guess, according to this logic. And also, it means that I'm allowed to sit here and talk about the economy. I don't believe in it. No, that I'm just being silly now. Obviously, economy does things and I have thoughts on it. Nobody wants to hear that from me though, do they? I don't even want to talk about it, so...
Look how angry they are. I love it. It's called power and control. Y'all are losers.
they can't deal with
This is so
it.
embarrassing.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny how just a simple, beautiful creator wants to just do her makeup, and y'all are so big mad. It's so funny.
The overcompensating.
Some of these people are, they're such losers.
Oh my gosh, like, you make me feel so much better, because, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, earlier when I started the live, and I just kind of was, like, on my own here, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I just see the chat, it was, like, everyone just, like, spamming, like, hate, and I'm just like...
Yeah, exactly. The same thing they're saying that they're against, they're exactly doing the same thing.
That's exactly it.
I mean,
Sick individuals in here, and y'all love it.
true.
Like, it's so insane, and then, like some of them, like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. And then it's like, if you mute one, they have like another account like right behind that one.
No, they have no lives, they have no love, they have no father, and they have 10 backup accounts just spewing hate. I love it.
All of them have no father.
Beautiful person doing their makeup has. Yes,
That laugh is terrifying.
never bother us because we really don't care.
Yeah.
And y'all would never in the streets because we're the same people we are on the app, off the app, and y'all could never.
And then of course they start trying to like start drama like between like even like with us, Jeffree. It's like I some of them are like, you know, Jeffree secretly hates you. He thinks you're weird. It's like
They've been saying that for 15 years.
So yes, this confirms Eugenia in her Trump supporter era. Now, I do have several points to make about this, but one of the main things that I want to say, first of all, is to do with a lot of the comments that she was getting and the stuff that's being said in her live chat. And Jeffree and Eugenia both did talk about this. But guys, can we be chill for a moment? Like, no matter how much you despise someone for their political views, can we not do that? Because I'm not going to go into detail of the comments, right? But there's stuff attacking her physically. Obviously, the girl's going through it. It's very targeted attacking, and it's just really gross and unnecessary. Like, it's so fine to be like, I think your opinions are dumb. I don't agree with you. This is a stupid take, right? But then to go, oh yeah, I hope a light breeze takes you off the top of the Eiffel Tower, and like a ton of other stuff that people are saying. It's like, chill. Where is your humanity? Come on now. I don't want to have to be lecturing you like I'm your mother, but be a person, for God's sake. Like, why do you have to be so vile? It annoys me. Like, disagree with people without being evil about it. But I do have some other points to make as well. And that is, listen, I've said this before. You can be mad about this all you want. People get really annoyed when I say this. I don't fully understand why, but people get annoyed when I say this, that I do not have a hat in the American politics race, right? This is not stuff that I spend my time researching. I have my own government over here that I am trying to pay attention to. I see stuff on social media. I know some of the global stuff, but I don't have opinions on American politics. This is not my race to be in. This is not my thing to give an opinion on. And I don't want to sit here and talk about politics because that is not what I do here. And I said that again. And a couple of people, although most people understood what I was saying, is just like, I just don't want to get into politics on this channel because that's not what this channel is. Other people didn't quite get that. I think a few people said like, you're kind of scaring me with that, girl. It's like, no, I just don't want to talk about politics. Right? End of. But why this is so odd to me is because of what I said earlier, which is that this just seems really random, really confusing, because Eugenia's never talked about politics before, and then all of a sudden she is, but it's the most controversial take she could have. And, like, I'm not going to deny that she rage baits. I mean, we did even go over that in my interview with her. Like, she does do a little bit of that. And I can't help but thinking it's rage bait, even if those are her views, which I wouldn't be surprised if they are. Like, a lot of people are Trump supporters, a lot of people are conservative. That's why he got voted in president. But it wouldn't surprise me, but it is still weird the way she's going about it. And the fact that she's never before talked about politics, it just feels like it's like rage bait to get more views. And it's working. She's getting more views. She's getting more engagement. It's extremely negative engagement, but she is getting it. And it's pushing her up. And, you know, she's getting the views that she wants. Now, again, could be her real views. Probably is her real views. But it doesn't stop the fact that she could be using that to annoy people and to make people angry. Not Trump, I meant to say Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star obviously strikes me as somebody who probably supports Trump. That's not surprising, so I'm not surprised by that either. The behavior and the way of saying it was very, again, rage baity, like, oh, look how mad they are. Keep in mind that Jeffree's nearly 40 years old. And I can age shame because he does that to Teddy Westbrook, so it's absolutely fine. I feel like that's fair. And it is also the thing I said a while ago that, like, just a year or two ago, this would have been career suicide. People didn't say stuff like this, and it did lead to a lot of creators, and I know people don't want to hear this, but a lot of creators were pretending to be more progressive than they actually are, just because that was the opinion that you had to have to stay relevant online, to not be hated online, to keep your job. But all of a sudden, that's kind of shifted, not completely, but more and more people are starting to change their tunes. And I don't know if that's because it's now becoming the more trendy thing to do, or if it's just because people want to have more nuanced conversations. But the way I see people going about it on, like, this side and the other side is that it's all just to get some rage, but also validation. And it's online politics is a cesspit. I don't know. I just thought this was strange and odd and interesting, to be honest with you, and confusing. But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think this is rage bait, or do you think she's being fully serious, or do you think, like I think, that it's a mix of those things? Are you surprised at all? Give me you. Also, everybody say hi to politics. Her name is not Politics, it's JavaScript. But I think I'll call my next cat Politics. I was trying to say she doesn't know a single thing about politics. You don't know who these people I'm talking about are, do you, sweetie? No, you just want pets. She agrees with me. Anyway, she's going to start screaming at me and making noise in here. So, Exhibit A. Like, comment, share, follow me on social media. I am VangelinaSkov everywhere. Check out the description. There's lots of things there for you to see, including merch and other things you'd expect in a YouTuber's description. Hi, I will pet you in 2 seconds, my love. What else do I have to say? Oh yeah, subscribe. That's the really important one. If you don't subscribe, JavaScript's going to be really upset. Actually, can you tell them? See this face? Are you really going to tell this face that you're not going to subscribe? Because she'd be so upset if you didn't do that. Anyway, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! I can't leave my chair now. Okay, you guys have to see this. Wait, before I go, you guys have to see this. It's worth it, trust me. I've decided that this is going to be a fill-in for an outro today. There is no outro. Only cat. Enjoy.